We are told that success is purely about hard work. Put your head down, do your job, and eventually the right people will notice you. But if you look at the architecture of the real world, you'll realize this is a comfortable lie designed to keep the masses obedient. The truth, the uncomfortable, unvarnished truth, is that proximity to power is just as important as competence. In 1513, a disgraced Florentine diplomat named Niccolò Machiavelli wrote a manual for the ruling class called The Prince. For 500 years, his name has been synonymous with ruthless cunning. But Machiavelli wasn't evil. He was simply a realist. He studied how power is actually acquired, not how we wish it were acquired. If you want to ascend the hierarchy today, whether in business, academia, or high society, you cannot wait to be invited. You have to infiltrate the inner circles. You have to master the art of strategic elevation. Today, we are translating Machiavelli's brutal realism into the modern era. These are the 7 Machiavellian laws for connecting with powerful people.
Law number 1 is the law of calculated utility. When amateurs try to network with powerful people, they ask for favors. Can I pick your brain? Can you mentor me? This is a fatal mistake. A powerful person's most guarded asset is their time. If you want to enter their orbit, you must not approach them as a fan, a beggar, or an equal. You must approach them as an asymmetric asset. Find out what they lack. Do they need specific niche research? Do they have a blind spot in emerging technology? Are they entering a market you know intimately? You do not connect with the powerful by asking for a seat at the table. You bring a rare delicacy to the table. Set it down and make them realize they cannot dine without you. Utility creates dependency, and dependency is the foundation of a powerful connection.
Law number 2 is the fox's approach. Conceal your ambition. In chapter 18 of The Prince, Machiavelli famously states that a leader must be both a lion and a fox. The lion cannot protect himself from traps, and the fox cannot defend himself from wolves. Powerful people are apex predators. They have highly tuned radar for sycophants and social climbers. If they sense that your primary goal is to use them to elevate your own status, they will shut you out immediately. Therefore, your approach must be oblique. When you finally get in the room with a heavy hitter, do not immediately pitch yourself. Play the role of the earnest student or the quiet facilitator. Ask questions that prove you have done deep research on their work, but let them do the talking. Your ambition should be like a dagger hidden in a velvet cloak. They should only feel the warmth of the velvet. Make the relationship about their legacy, their projects, and their brilliance. By masking your upward ambition, you disarm their defenses.
Law number 3, master the gatekeepers. Machiavelli understood that to get to the king, you often had to court the courtier. The most powerful people in the world are heavily guarded. Their executive assistants, chiefs of staff, and right-hand lieutenants are the walls of their fortress. Most people treat these gatekeepers as obstacles, or worse, with disrespect. A Machiavellian social climber views the gatekeeper as the actual target. If you want access to the CEO, win over the assistant. Treat them with the exact same level of charm, respect, and strategic utility that you would use on the CEO. Learn their names, solve a minor problem for them, make their incredibly stressful job just a fraction of a percent easier. When you win the loyalty of the gatekeeper, you don't just get a meeting, you get an endorsement. The powerful person trusts their gatekeeper's judgment implicitly. If the gatekeeper says, "You should really take 5 minutes to speak with this person," you have already bypassed a decade of climbing.
Law number 4, the fortress of information. Machiavelli advised princes to trust few and keep their own counsel. In the modern game of social ascension, information is your absolute currency. When you are brought into a powerful circle,
there is a temptation to prove your worth by oversharing. You might feel the urge to hand over your entire Rolodex, reveal your complete professional history, or provide all your past references just to show you are one of them. Resist this urge entirely. Protect your professional history and maintain strict confidentiality regarding your past work and contacts. Never lay all your cards on the table. If a powerful person asks for your references or your private network, do not hand them over easily. By maintaining a wall of privacy, you communicate two things. First, that you are discreet, which is the most highly valued trait among the elite. Second, it creates an aura of mystery and autonomy. You are not desperate for their approval. You control your own domain. Share only the information that serves your immediate strategic purpose, and keep the rest locked in the vault.
Law number 5 is manufactured serendipity. Machiavelli believed that success requires a combination of fortuna, luck or fate, and virtu, skill, drive, and strategic brilliance. He argued that fortune is like a wild river, but virtu is the act of building dams and canals before the flood hits. Do not wait for a lucky networking event to meet the people you need to know. You must engineer the encounter. Find out which charities they support, which niche conferences they attend, or what private clubs they frequent. You must position yourself in their physical or digital path so that your meeting feels like a happy accident. If you happen to be at the same small art gallery opening, or if you happen to publish a brilliant white paper on the exact problem they are currently facing, it feels to them like the universe is putting you together. It isn't the universe, it's calculated virtu. You built the dam to catch the river.
Law number 6 is the pivot of indispensability. Machiavelli warned, a wise prince should establish himself on that which is in his own control, and not in that of others. Getting into the room is only phase 1. Staying in the room requires making it incredibly painful for them to remove you. Once you have established a connection, take control of a process, an asset, or a stream of information that the powerful person relies on but doesn't want to manage themselves. It could be managing a complex project, acting as the liaison between them and a difficult client, or holding the keys to a specific database. You must weave yourself into the fabric of their daily operations. If you are easily replaced, you have no leverage. But if your absence would cause chaos, you instantly shift the power dynamic. You are no longer a subordinate or a mere connection. You are a structural pillar of their success.
Finally, law number 7, the law of detachment. Machiavelli observed that alliances shift and power is a deeply volatile element. The greatest mistake you can make is falling in love with the powerful person you have connected with. Never idolize them. Do not become emotionally dependent on their validation. Remember that the elite view relationships through the lens of utility. You must do the same. Be ready to pivot. If the person you are connected to begins to lose their power, or if they try to crush your upward mobility to keep you as a servant, you must have the emotional discipline to cut the cord and move to the next chessboard. Your loyalty is to your own ascent, not to the king you are currently serving.
Let's conclude this. Connecting with powerful people is not about being the loudest person in the room, and it's certainly not about being the nicest. It is about psychology, leverage, and the cold, calculated mechanics of human nature. Provide unmatched utility. Conceal your true ambitions. Guard your private information fiercely, and become the indispensable asset they never knew they needed. If you found value in this breakdown of power dynamics, hit the subscribe button. We decode the hidden rules of the world every single week. Stay sharp, stay strategic, and I'll see you in the next one.